Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the game. Idemo neke grote staviti tamo negdje unutra. Gdje mi je Popi sad nestala? Popi, tu si Popi. Idemo. Ne, tuda. Zaš neće? Za mnom mala.
How's your gran doing, by the way?
Nije loše.
Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next
Njanja.
that set foot on her doorstep.
Revelio.
Still feel terrible
Ja
that
ću tu
I'm the
teplega.
reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the snidgets.
Dobro skače.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
Kako ću pojti tu gore? Forši se mora pojti tuda. Za zgora. Da li ću moj tu? Jedna, dobro. Hopala. Ajde Popi. Tu? O, moramo i tu. Ko će znat šta nas sad čeka? Revelio. Si tu? Ajmo.
I think we can safely say we know where the moonstone goes.
Pripremite se. Che bestia. Gle che bestie, Marley. Gle, šta delaju?
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see
To je bio
even
ples.
one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern
Znači,
they left
beštije su
behind
samo
on the
sretne kad je
ground
full
normal?
moon.
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but two mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on High Wing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met High Wing, actually,
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What is like a grow up to? Pictures do your parents know what you sabotage and pushing do you? Vidimo da li su znali tvoji
Do your
roditelji.
parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
Dobro, nećete više
I'm
slušati.
glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Collect. I kamo sad gremo mala? Ajde, znači ono nešto
Are you
piše.
finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
I'm not ready to
That
leave.
sounds a fine idea, but I would like to look around a little before we leave.
Of course. I'll just wait here and try not to fall asleep.
Dobro, ja ću malo pronjuškat tu dokolo, da vidim da li je čat.
Revelio.
Zet, Revelio, niš mi se ne vidi, čaj tu. To je od plesa. Bande. Uhu. Vidi, vidi. Ne, izgleda ništa tu nema za zet. Skačem ko kengur.
I suppose it is rather late, isn't it?
We can head back to the castle if you've seen enough mooncalves one day.
Yes, please. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Wham, pam, 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 pam. Ajde. Koje su vabile. Da vidimo.
Confringo!
Neko frigo, čas slučajno sam pritisnio. Meets a button in the undercroft. Ne idem u map chamber. To moram grobiti, da. A idemo tamo, a šta? Opet s tim Sebastianom i Mandela. Koliko je to da tamo? Dobro. To moramo poći na noge. Dobar večer.
Revelio.
Šta je ono tamo? Šta je ono tamo? Baš me zanima. Nešto je kao letilo.
Peasy has a brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
Lumos.
I kamo da ga stavim? To je Da se nazad. Kizna, čaj je to?
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Ništa moramo... Ajde. Koji si? Kisa to plaće. A to je ovaj duh. Duh koji hoda. Ubrzajmo. Gle, ova dva će se tuču. Mislim da Više ne moram. Revelio.
Revelio! Confringo!
Nice. Kiznačaj je tu. A ne, mora biti kod onoga Sebastiana. Gdje mi je nestao zvuk?
Revelio!
Revelio. Če je to maslina? A? Ni. Gdje si mačka?
Revelio!
Gledaj ga tamo.
Depulso! Lumos! Depulso! Accio!
Viš, ne moram. O! Fulili smo često. Tu je to. Jaj, sad opet u te katakombe.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think.
Revelio! Turn me in?
Ma neće, sad ćemo to reći.
Sebastian, did you hear that? You saw
ne,
what
ti si.
happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle. I know. I can't
Ne,
believe
samo
he's
što se
gone.
ga ubija.
How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne. Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous. Thank you. You're a good friend, truly.
Adoro da san.
No matter what happens from here,
Gdje je sad taj
I'm glad we met.
Ominus?
Poor Sebastian.
Ominus! Tu si.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
We should turn Sebastian. We must not turn Sebastian.
We don't have a choice. You're right. You were right the entire time.
I wish I hadn't been. If we do this, we may never see Sebastian again.
Ajde, ne kukaj.
I realize that, but it's the right thing to do. He killed his uncle. We've tried to justify his actions every step of the way, but this has gone too far. It has to stop.
Very well.
Ubije fajte.
Leave it to me. I'll tell the headmaster. Farewell for now. I shall be in touch. Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
Ja, šu. I? Čas sad. Ajde. Gle, niš mi ni da. Ajde, puši ga.
Revelio.
Kamo su ona vrata, mača. Če je tu niš? Ništa. Čekaj da vidimo. Nema. Šta će biti?
Revelio.
Ti mi nemaš ča govorit. Ajde.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
Ča je sad? Čemu ovo govori? Ominus nešljivi 5%. Tajna vrata. Marka, majka, koliko je to sve naokolo. Meh. Go to the map chamber. Ne idem u map chamber. Ne idem tamo. Ovo. Bližimo se kraju, mi se vidi. Brži ću možda tako. Ima tu kamo. A tu. Ajde. Idemo putovat. Voyage, voyage. Granny, Bama, Manny. Shu. Shu. Koliko ti treba čovječe? Tristo metri. Koje je ono slovo? B, dobro. Spuštanje. F, wait.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Da, da.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
I was with the biggest friends.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Blackmail.
Hopefully,
Okay.
by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Dobro. Tu sam vidio neki
Revelio.
Revelio. F, collect. Nice. Continue. Če je 90 tu, a tamo je. Moramo ići se ovo najbliže izgleda. Ti si mačka. Ništa, izgleda ćemo se u ovom videu baviti politikom. Sad moram pojti negdje gore, a? Po škalinima.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Gdje je? Dali metri. Pošli je vani. Tu okolo.
I saw what you did! Ha! I have no tolerance for thieves! Hand them back!
And what back, sir?
Našli smo.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Čekaj da cugnem.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my
Daisy.
darling Isco.
What do you mean?
Hello, Daisy.
Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Aj, zdravo.
I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Accio.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Mislim da tu mora prodat beštije.
Hello there.
Ne. Ti si stari. Čekaj da vidim tu da li imam čas za kupiti barba Timotija. F.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Melo Sweet Leaves. Šta je tu? Ovdje ću i to. Možda zatreba. A tu moram čas dilat. Mundo. Sve prodajem. Sve prodajem. stare gore kupiti. Onaj mellow sweet biljke. This is it. Ajde Timothy, vidimo se. Ja mislim da je ona... Gdje je ona? Samo negdje gore. Aj, tu se igra puška. Ili ne? Tu sam na nekom grobu. Kamo sam to? Pa jaj, će se zgubit opet. Možda po ovim škalima. Ajde, trči. No.
Revelio.
Tu sam izgleda sve ja pokupio. Tu sam bija. Kamo je ona ženska. Tu će ona biti. Znači samo tamo.
Protego!
Ne protegnem ti ga. Tu.
Well, what say we show you some of what's available?
I nema tu čovječe onega. Morat ću ono poći uzgojit. Ajde. Čao, ne more, na. Ništa, ajde, bok stara. Idemo kod Agabusa. Znači, morat ću poći uzgojiti ono sranje. Meni baš ne ide vrtlarstvo. Wow.
Hello there.
Zdravo.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Return to Natty. Oh. Hop. Parkour.
gaunt.
Sova leti. Bi mogao preskočiti preko njega. Turdo.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Pa gle, ma čoveč, ova me zeza. Probat ću ići preko vode do slobode. Hua! Imam osjećaj da će tu neka... Muzika je preopasna. Uopće mi se ne
Natty
sviđa
must be around here somewhere.
On je tu skočio. Hop! Hop! Šu preko! Gle, igrica. Aj, koja igrica. Neka pije. Čuvaj.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it.
Search for Natty.
She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Ja, čada, ništa. Čas mi ludi. Gle ga, tu je ovaj. Kako da nađem, čovječe? Čaj u vodi? Mora je roniti ili nešto. Čaj, to sve veće i veće. Koje sam ja trubilo? Dijete i Revelio. Da, Revelio.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
Follow the trail. sorry.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Kamo to gremo? Ima skrivenih tajnih marli tu unutra, to ne možeš vjerovati koliko je to široko.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio! Accio!
Oh. Search for the cell.
Revelio! Accio! The hidden door.
The hidden door.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Da, tko je tebi sila, meni ni.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Ja? Čekaj, onda moram... Gdje je ono... zanestat? O, tu.
Arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Ne brini.
Revelio.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
Ovo je komandos. Ne.
I'm ready. I may go to Hogsmeade later. Stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things. I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad. Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is.
A da ga smeknem.
How did I get...
So hurrah, me lads, in Rookwood times is glad.
It's exhausting. Standing here...
Is that...
Shit! Evo ga.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Baj se morat platiti, to je više.
Confringo!
What was that?
Expelliarmus!
I know I'm not feeling things.
Bombarda!
Čekaj samo da si stavi nešto drugo. Ovo.
Well, you'll have to do better than that.
Crucial.
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Šta?
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Bombardo!
Perhaps you wanted to give up. That all you've got?
Crucial.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Coward! Bombarda!
Vai, pula kako vas ima. Daj se mora pola.
A new car has more fire.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Crucio! Confringo! Bombarda! Hardly felt. Confringo. Look what you've done. Expelliarmus. Stop that right now.
Bombarda.
Crucio.
Još jedan.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Crucio.
Još ima, još će zapamtiti. Sklik. Samo kešim. Če je tu?
Protego.
Find net je ovdje. To se malo dužilo u pić.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Over here. I need your help.
Relax čeka da se naoružan lovom.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
I can tell.
In this room. Da li tu možda? Ne.
Revelio.
Neka pin.
Any luck with my wand? Please. You must find it. Quickly.
Gdje da najdem čovječe, ča? Šta si mjesec? Više tu ne vidim da se mora naći. Find Agabus. Book of... Ni tu negdje pukao.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Revelio.
Pa gdje bi to moglo biti?
Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Sad, koju će? Open find the return is Revelio.
Kako bi nješao unutra?
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Revelio.
Premestiti možda ovo, šta? Ništa ljudi moji, to ćemo morat sutra. Jer ja to ne znam da riješim, šta je to? To nije. To nije. Flipendo. Imperio. Avada Kedavra. Ne znam ljudi moji kako da to riješim. Jednostavno mi ni Revelio mi ništa ne pokaže.
Mr. Rabe's wand must be nearby if he can sense it from his cell.
Nešto mi govori za ovo bržun, ali...
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Neka pijem. Ništa ljudi moji, morat ćemo to sutra riješiti. Danas je to dosta, to je skoro 1 uru sam čovječe. Ajde ljudi, čao, čao, voli vas preki. Vidimo se sutra.